Well, good Wednesday morning, everybody. Bobby Vanali here in the KCBD newsroom at the KCBD Digital News Desk. We are just 10 days away from Texas Tech's home opener against Arkansas Pine Bluff. And of course, with that comes a lot of safety tips and everything when it comes with law enforcement. So joining me today is Caitlin Jeffries of Texas Tech Police Department and Lieutenant Brady Cross of Lubbock Police, just discussing just game day tips and just what people need to be on the lookout for, from tailgating to during the game to even after the game as well. So Caitlin, can you just talk about just the tailgate environment, what you guys do and patrolling in that area and all that?
Absolutely. So we partner with several outside agencies, LPD of course being one of them, LSO, the DPS, and several other surrounding agencies kind of assist us with traffic control, basic just law enforcement type things inside the stadium and out. As far as tailgating goes, we do have officers stationed in the tailgate areas that are walking around doing foot patrol, just checking and seeing, making sure everybody's following rules, being responsible with their alcohol consumption, those types of things.
And one of the other issues I remember last year was a parking issue because construction was still going on at the Womble Center. So of course that area was blocked off, and now can you just talk about just like parking areas and just things like that, just what to be on the lookout for?
Absolutely. So all that construction is done at this point, so we should be good to go, a little bit easier to kind of get through there. As far as parking is concerned, season pass holders around the stadium is typically who is allowed to park in those areas, and then really anywhere on campus is going to be paid parking. As far as free parking goes, we do have locations that are going to be north of the Texas Tech Health Sciences Center. ADA parking in specific is going to be off of 5th and Joliet. And then there's going to be an area off of Tech Parkway for parking as well that is free parking for the public. And there will be city bus shuttles that will shuttle you to the stadium for a small charge.
And Brady, can you just talk about just LPD's involvement when it comes to being associated with other authorities, including Tech PD
Sure.
and all that as well?
Yeah, a lot of moving pieces for us that begins with planning and coordination with Texas Tech Police Department, months before the season begins. But our main focus is traffic control outside the stadium. We have our officers, basically a perimeter around the stadium from the access road in Marcia Sharp all the way south down University and then west on 19th. But basically just any roads that ingress and egress around the stadium, we're there to make sure traffic flows as smoothly as it can. So, and then, escorts of home and away team before the game by our motors unit. So the day starts early for us, and we set up our command post at University and Marcia Sharp and kind of control that area. It's a place for us their officers to take a break and come in there and go. But yeah, we want folks to be on the lookout for our officers in intersections. They'll have on fluorescent, brightly colored vests, but sometimes that's still not enough. So it's a 6:30 kickoff, so at the end of the game, it'll be dark. So we ask that folks really be on the lookout for our officers, watch out for them in the intersections.
And I know you guys are going to have a busy, basically 3 weeks, a whole month, including with the 2 other home games right after that, back-to-back. So can you guys just talk about just for drivers, really just after the games are over, just to be vigilant of just like certain areas, or especially when it comes to, of course, some people have probably one too many drinks or anything like that, just any tips on what they need to do, just ride shares or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, rideshare, Uber, all of that is a big help. Of course, if you're going to go into the game consuming alcohol, it's always great to just have a plan in place for a sober ride, or a friend, somebody to come with you to take you after the games. And then another thing is, like he said, just watching for our officers in all the intersections. So I would say that's the main thing. They will direct you where you need to go.
And it's always one of the things from beginning of the game, during the game, and after the game. See something, say something. Of course, you'll have officers patrolling outside the stadium, and of course inside the stadium. So what do people need to do when it comes to just going to an officer just to report something?
Absolutely. Like you said, see something, say something is what we live largely by on the university. We always say there's more people, around the stadium than there is officers. So it's really important you're coming to us, because that's how we can really prevent crime from happening. And when it comes to approaching an officer, just walking up and, we're a person like anybody else, just having a conversation and letting us know what's going on.
And of course, as you mentioned, Brady, before, or early mornings and all that, you have a command center or command post and everything. Can the public go there just to talk, or just meet and just
Yeah,
out?
the command post is always staffed. There may be folks inside. If you need something, I would find an officer at an intersection, and they'll be busy directing traffic. But communication is great between our agencies. If they've seen something in the stadium around, they might have to relay that to someone else who can handle it directly, because their responsibility is to direct traffic. But yeah, the command post, there's always folks around. We have people stop and take pictures, and we always welcome that.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining me today. That'll do it here from the KCBD Digital News Desk. Take some time, really enjoy your life today. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.